Good morning. Welcome to the Shop Local show. I'm excited to have my guests back, my co-hosts from Keathley Military Tactical and Custom Tactical Innovations, which can be found both at, what's the address again?
201 Madison Square Drive in Madisonville, Kentucky.
It's right beside the mall. So,
That's right.
With us today, my co-hosts are Terry and Eddie Holmes. Welcome back, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us back.
Thank you. So today we have a lot of things that we're going to be showing, and so if you want to see this, go to our Facebook page, 104.9 WWKY, and you'll be able to see the things that we're talking about, because Eddie brought some of his custom products,
Kydex products,
yeah. He brought some of his custom products, and so I think it's really important for you guys to see it, because if you haven't been to the store, and we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, you might not understand what he has to offer, and so I just think it's really important to be able to see that visual.
Absolutely. So some of the stuff right off the bat is like the custom Kydex EDC wallets. They hold 1 to 8 cards. You don't have to open them or take the bands off. Most people, we actually put the bands on there, so if you want to use them as like a money clip, we drill a hole out for a keychain or a lanyard.
And some of them don't have a hole. Let me see, so I can show it close. Some of them don't have a hole, right?
They all have the hole in them now.
Oh, now they do?
They didn't used to.
When we originally started doing them, we weren't drilling the hole, but we had to request.
Right.
And it just made sense, so we just, from that point forward, started putting the holes in them.
Yeah.
But the cards just literally slide out the top or the bottom, either way you're comfortable with doing it, and then you just put them right back in the same way. But it doesn't matter if you have 1 card or 8 cards, however you do it, they don't fall out no matter what you do.
So this is what's really good
easy
about it. Yeah, it's super easy, and it's something that you can have. You can still have your big wallet in the car, but if you're going hunting, if you're going fishing,
well, the reason I started
Holiday World or something
actually the reason I started doing it was because it was getting to hurt me so bad to sit on a regular wallet, especially like in my truck.
Right.
So I was constantly telling my wife, put this in your purse.
Yeah.
And she said, can you do something else?
Can you do something else, because my purse is full?
But this is great because it doesn't matter if you have shorts on, pants on, you can throw this in your front pocket and basically forget about it.
Right. And then you have the strap right here. Right. And so you can put
we basically use it like a money clip.
Right.
So I actually have seen some people use it for extra cards. I would suggest doing that because it'll carry the band. But for a money clip, it works great. But like I said, even if you just have 1 card in there, and you can put your insurance card, your driver's license, whatever.
Yeah.
But even 1 card, it's not going to fall out.
No, it stays pretty fit.
And I'm thinking, too, like when you travel, like in the airplane, if you're going to the airport, this would be really handy to just have all of the information that you need right at your disposal.
Absolutely. One of the other products we made is the custom Kydex tourniquet holder, and we can do different belt clips. If you just need like a belt clip, we can do the molly clips, we can do the battle clips, whatever it is to kind of accommodate whatever you need. This one specifically is made for the Cat 6 or 7.
Yep.
But with the adjustable retention, it'll fit most any of them if you adjust the retention right.
I think I use a regular, just an old-fashioned cat style, and it fitted just fine. And I really didn't have to adjust it or anything at all.
Right.
And I like the molly style clip because a lot of people have plate carriers, and you can keep them on your belt, but if you have a plate carrier, it has the little molly straps that are on there, and it fits in just fine. And you can adjust it pretty much any way that you want to. It locks. Okay. And they stay pretty tight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, we want to tell everyone that you have a plethora of colors. So you can do
any of the stuff we're showing you today, it's pretty much any color that you can think of.
Yeah.
And we can do it in a standard sheet, which is more or less like what this is, but any color. But then we also have like the carbon fiber.
Right.
And you can also do, we don't have one here today, but we have a basket weave pattern in all the colors too.
Oh, okay.
So, and none of that's really any additional charge. You can pick any of that stuff up.
Right. So let me ask you, is this one that you would use for a purse? You said last time when we were on air, you said that you can put some in a purse for a woman?
Oh, like a firearm holster.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use, because even like this holster with this belt clip, I mean, I know most women's purses have inside pockets.
Yes.
You could actually clip this in one of the pockets if you wanted and kind of hold it in place somewhat, and then put your
pretty
firearm.
secure. It's pretty secure.
They all have adjustable retention, and the best way we always test it was we turn it upside down and shake, and if it doesn't fall out, you know you got enough retention.
Okay.
So I think even in a woman's purse, it would be fine, especially if you clipped it in one of those inside pockets. You know, it's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
So,
all right.
One of the other ones we do is we do the custom Kydex handcuff holder.
Very popular.
Yeah, a lot of the people that work like at the Departments of Correction, so like they love to come in and get these for their get up. We've actually started using the newer mold that's a lot more diversifiable. The old one kind of only fit one style handcuff. These will fit just about any of them.
Oh,
and you got to, because you got the adjustable retention, so you can make it fit however you need to.
So this would be a great gift if your spouse is in the military, if they're they
work at the jail, the prison, whatever. And the same thing with it too. You can choose, like this one has a standard belt clip, but you can use any of the other belt clips I can do with it. So it's just all what however you want to customize it, pretty much.
Okay.
So couple of funnier ones that
started funny, man.
Creative.
These were like special requests back when I kind of first got started, and I thought, no way. And then I got to looking into it, and I've sold the fire out of these custom Kydex dip can holders. I know I'm close to 30 states off my website now. I've sent them to.
Wow.
In 2 other countries.
Yeah. What is your website address?
CustomTacticalInnovations.com.
Okay.
So that one's actually a little different because that is what they call Zen.
This is Zen?
Yeah, because the Zen can it fits a little different, but we make specific Zen can holders and then dip can holders.
Okay.
And we do all the different belt attachments on there. We do the molly clips, the belt clips, because some of the soldiers or people have go bags or plate carriers, they want to molly them to their stuff.
Yeah,
that's a molly clip.
Yeah,
so,
that makes sense.
So yeah, the dip can was something originally, and then the Zen can as well, that I just kind of laughed off and thought, no way.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a pleasant surprise. It's been a very steady, consistent seller. People love them. They always get a kick out of them at the gun shows.
Right.
Like all the
and
guys.
All the colors, yeah,
and we can do any colors in them. Of course, you get to pick a front color and a back color.
Okay. Yeah, so truly custom.
Absolutely.
And what a great gift idea for someone.
Especially like the wallets and the dip cans and stuff. Like at Christmas time, people go berserk with them for stocking stuffers and stuff like that.
Right.
So
a little birthday or little just
absolutely.
Pick me up
I get people all the time, like I said, at the gun shows that are like, "Man, we should get this for so and so." It's hardly ever we want it for ourselves. They're saying we need to get this for so and so. And the guys just go berserk.
Because that's something that you probably wouldn't buy for yourself. But that's a great thing that you can buy for somebody.
Absolutely, right.
I love that. Okay,
so the next one,
this is a good one,
was a special request. I want to say the woman was out of New Jersey, emailed me through the website and said, "Can you make a custom Kydex Altoid can holder?" And I said, "Well,
this shows his diversity.
Let's give it a try." She said, "I'll even send you a can." So this is actually the can she sent me. And she said what it is her dad is a veteran. And all of his buddies, they actually carry Altoids all the time. Like that's their thing.
That's their thing. Okay.
So sure enough, we worked it out. And we got a custom Kydex Altoid can. It's got adjustable retention, so you can make it as tight or as loose as you want. You get to pick the color, the belt clip style. But since I actually brought it in the store, I kind of found out through the customers that these cans are a whole lot more than, people think it's just for Altoids. There's a lot of people that use these cans once they're empty to make like little survival bed kits.
They use about this size for a sear kit in the military, but I'm telling you, I like the snap on it too, but a lot of people will put together their own survival kit, and this kit is perfect for that. And what I like to showcase people, they think it's just something to hold it, but if you listen to that,
I like it. It's pretty cool.
Snaps in like you're closing a car door. I mean, it's secure.
Yes, it's not
and
going
you should
anywhere.
hear that sound when you hear a professional doing these Kydex things like that. You want to hear those noises because I learned when Eddie started bringing this stuff in there. Because I got to be honest with you, I wasn't that familiar with Kydex.
But me either. Just trying to learn about it through
And
Eddie.
he would bring this stuff in here, and I got to fooling around with him, and like even when he was bringing in the, I love the sound, and I know it may not sound like a lot, but when you're talking about it, but when you hear that fit, you know exactly what's the product is and how good a quality that is.
I'm glad you're saying
fits.
that.
The weapons fit like that. Everything he does, I'm pretty sure he makes sure that it's got that fit and that feel.
He's testing it all the time.
And for me, the sound, because as a marketer, for a living, I understand people shop with their eyes, their ears, and things like that, and so I know his product's quality just from those sounds.
You know what you should do? You know how they have those ASMR videos? You should do that with yours. That would be. I bet you that would be a good video.
Quick story talking about I think the last time one of my buddies come to the store and picked up a custom holster.
Yeah.
He brought his actual gun in, and I wasn't there, but I asked him. I said, "Well, did so and so like his holster?" He said, as soon as he put it in there and he heard that snap, he just started smiling.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, like,
so good.
If you don't mind me saying something about
go ahead.
When the weapon slides in there, it actually closes on the trigger guard. So you're actually getting that snap when it goes in there. So your weapon, if I can show it to you, your weapon is not actually touching all of those sides as much as it is being held secure by that. And again, that shows quality in what he does.
I'm glad that you said that because, it is something different and not everybody's aware. And so this is really good to show and to talk about this.
Yeah, staying on the gun holster since we're already holding this one.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I think some people are kind of picky about their firearms. They don't want their finish to get messed up. And Kydex kind of gets a bad name because they're like, oh, it's plastic. It's going to rub my finish off. A lot of time, I tell them all the time, I said, have you ever had a custom fit holster? And they're just like, well, no, because, they've got one off Amazon or wherever, and it's one of these holster that kind of fits 2 or 3 different guns.
Listen, we've been through so many. Nathaniel is so picky.
Yeah.
And he's constantly trying to find the right one.
Yeah, I'm like, if you get a custom fit one to that specific gun, it's not going to hurt your finish.
No.
Okay.
And I've had a few people that have followed through and got it, and they're like, you're right. I was getting what I was paying for with the other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a reason why it was so cheap.
So let's talk about the price. What's the range? I know that you're custom doing these, but what's like an average or the range?
Gun holsters, I pretty well am keeping you in $50 to $55.
Okay.
Is what I try to do. There's a few options like this right here, if you can see it. This is called a mod wing. And this is for inside the waistband holsters only.
Yeah.
And what it does is when you put this in, this actually pushes against your pants so that the grip of the gun goes more into your body, so it shows less.
And it stabilizes it more as well.
This is $10 extra. Literally, that's what it costs. Like, we don't upcharge to try to make money off parts.
Right.
If I get a part for you that you special request, like a Kydex or this, I just charge you what it cost us to get it.
Wow.
So our basic holster, if you took this mod wing off, is going to be $50 to $55.
Okay.
And
but I like the low profile.
Yeah, if you look at most custom holster builders, that's probably the reason I got into it years ago, is they start you off at a base price of $60 to say.
Yeah.
But then you add options to it, and then you add it to your cart, and you're like
$150 later, right?
About $120, $130. You're like,
And
wow,
you're not far off from
you're like, what happened? And it's
Yeah.
just basic stuff that they really shouldn't be upcharging you for, but they are.
Wow.
One thing me and Terry talk to you all the time too is like, when you get some of the cheaper ones, you're gonna have burrs and sharp edges on your Kydex. I will tell you that after I sand mine, I come back and hand sand them. Then I run them through a polish wheel. Ooh. Then I hand polish them with a Dremel. And before it leaves the house, I have run my fingers all through the edges of it to make sure you're not getting all these sharp edges.
Wow.
I have personally bought some off of, this before I knew Eddie, of course, because I was a believer, right? We talked about that on the last episode. But the ones that you get from there, they're stamped at a factory, and they are done in such a way that you don't have time to actually make that thing more custom. And when I say that on these, I bought one time, and every single time I pulled that gun out, my knuckles were hitting it, and it was sharp.
Oh.
And, I had to fix it in a way. It made it not look pretty. It didn't feel right anymore.
And then you're all bruised up.
So Eddie, Eddie really does take his time to clean the burrs, and he makes sure that the lip
That's
of each one of these things are very, very smooth and very, very compatible with your draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
I like it.
Some of the quick options that you can do, and there's no upcharge for these. Like if you choose this kind of belt clip, we drill a third hole, and that's literally so you can move the clip, or if you wanted to change the angle of it.
The cant.
There's a lot of companies that will charge you, $5 just to change the cant. Like I said, the carbon fiber in the basket weave, we don't upcharge for that. If you're running a light, we don't upcharge you for wanting to run a light. We'll custom make it with a light on your gun.
Right.
Okay.
Just all different options. Like if you go to the website, you'll get to run through a whole page of drop down menus where you get to completely choose everything you want to customize it to what you need and want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have different sizes of the foamy clip, which is your standard belt clip.
Oh yeah.
You can get them, wider or shorter. So that way, if you like a lot of people that wear thin belts.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people in the beginning were very concerned about that, but Eddie had already fixed that problem ahead of time. So he actually can make that where it's, you can get different ones to adjust, and of course he makes the mount.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect. I don't know how to any other way to say it. So
one more quick thing about the holsters. You'll see on mine, there's always a little bulge at the bottom of the clip.
I see that.
I do that intentionally, so that way your clip always bounces back, and you get positive. You get like positive traction to that Kydex. Because the problem is, a lot of people think these foamy clips, they're like, oh, you got a metal one, but then they see the way I do it. Because what happens is, over time on most holsters, if there's not that bulge right there, they get to where they start wearing out, and they don't want to come back and meet the Kydex. So then the problem is, if you go to draw your gun, your holster may come with it because it's come right off your belt.
Exactly.
Whereas this is always going to bounce back and snap back. So that's just one more little thing.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to get a custom holster, you should take every last little step to make it a
You
custom.
can see how he puts his mind in the way.
No. He has a great mind. Great customer service, great mind, great creative mind as well. And because I know, like, at the Outdoor Expo that we were all at a couple of months ago, someone ordered something custom, and, like, you ran home.
Yes.
Created that thing and was able to give it to the customer. I love that.
Yeah, they were from Florida, and they were going to be leaving the next day.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell them no. And I was like, I can go home and do this. It'll just stay up a couple extra hours. That's fine.
Yeah.
So we got them taken care of. And it pays off because, they were back in town about a week ago, and they came in the store.
Seriously.
And they asked me to make them something else.
And then, of course, you can ship anywhere in the continental USA. So, I mean, who's to know, like, how many people he's going to show his holster to and talk about it, and then you're going to get other customers. That's what customer service is all about, really.
So
that's awesome.
Quick pricing on some of the stuff I know we didn't talk about, but so your Altoid can, your dip can, your Zen can, the tourniquet holder, and the handcuff holders, they all start at $25.
That's a great price.
There's only a few things that may make the price go up a little bit, and that's if you choose a different belt clip. And that's, like if you choose the Molly clip, it's going to be like $3 more.
Okay.
Or if you choose the Battle Loop, it may be $5 more. But I'm going to try to keep you real close to that $25, $30 mark.
Price range.
So
very reasonable
for a gift.
Yeah.
Very, very. That, I mean, that's a general $25, $30. That's what people want to spend for some,
so the last thing I brought here that's Kydex, and the biggest question I think we get asked every time is, what are these for? What can I do with them? And
whatever.
That's our answer. What do you want to use them for?
Can I tell you, Eddie, like this one here?
That's my favorite. Okay. Well, not the paw, but the color.
Yeah.
Well, that's the color that I want.
This Kydex tray, I've got one as soon as I go in my house for my everyday carry, my EDC stuff. I've got one in the kitchen to put the soap and the things that goes in there. That's a good idea. My wife loves it. I put one in the bathroom, got one in the bedroom, and I've got one extra in the extra bedroom, just in case somebody else needs to go in. Because you know what?
You throw your keys. You can put perfume. You can put makeup.
Anything.
You could literally anything. I could use it for my crafting stuff on my table. Or
absolutely.
Like, and then you have the little trays. Like you have the little molds so that you can put like tools, screws.
Absolutely. So
These
are actually considered what they call EDC trays, your everyday carry trays. This one's considered the parts tray.
Right.
So you actually have your different little compartments.
Yeah.
But I mean, it all just depends on what you're going to use it for.
Right.
But So my daughter has one like this, and then she also has one like this, and I mean she
Right.
uses them for jewelry, makeup, whatever she needs it.
Yeah.
You know,
I like it like for an artist, you know, like you can
Oh,
have your paintbrushes and have like watercolor trays
my
or like
uncle he does paint, and that
Yeah?
he's got
Absolutely,
two of
yeah.
them for
Yeah.
where he paints, and he loves
Yeah.
it.
And is it wipeable? Like, I guess it depends
Oh,
on the
yeah.
paint that you're using.
Yeah.
I'm wondering because
I mean,
could use one of those. Yeah, for
you
that.
could even use like acetone or paint thinner to wipe if it's stained it. You just have to kind of be you don't want
Yeah.
to like soak it.
Yeah.
Because that stuff
Well,
will
I'm
eat up
just thinking
plastic. But
watercolor. Like my
Oh,
paint is all
yeah.
non-toxic, and
Absolutely.
you know, like
Absolutely.
watercolor.
Just run it under water or wet
Yeah.
rag, even like Dawn, the dish
Yeah.
soap. Oh yeah, no problem at all.
That
So
is great.
the parts trays is one of the models. This one is with a 3 compartment.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one is the you love your dog
The
paw
puppy
print.
paw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the different model that we have.
And I do like that.
And
I
these
do
are
like
available
that.
in any color
Yeah.
as well. This one's actually the Halloween special. It has the jack-o'-lantern face in it.
Good for candy giveaways.
Absolutely. I always do them in orange and black because that's, obviously.
Yeah.
Then we got the awareness ribbon. I did this one in the pink for like breast cancer, but you could actually technically do any color that's the awareness for that month.
And
Right.
these are great too. Like I know we have a lot of awareness. Maybe get the purple one. The different
Oh yeah,
ones.
Yeah,
there's
the different colors,
there's so
yeah.
many different ones.
They
Yeah.
make great gifts, and if you're trying to do fundraisers and things like that, they really do make good things for those. Because I've had several people in my family that's had cancer or whatever, and whenever they try to do fundraisers, these are different,
This
and
is very
these draw a
different.
lot of attention for things.
Yeah.
like
And
that.
and like you said, you can use it for whatever. So
Yeah.
it's multi-purpose.
Yeah, so
Anybody can use one.
So the different models is you have the standard 3 compartment one without the puppy print. Then
Right.
we have the one with the puppy print.
Right.
We have the same thing with the awareness ribbon. It's a 3 compartment. We got the parts trays with all the different little ones. We got the jack-o'-lantern one, which is open. But we also have another one that's kind of just open like this that has the Betsy Ross 13 stars in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then we have one more that's open that has like the waves to it, and it's a flag. It's called the rippled flag.
It looks
The
like it's
rippled
waving.
flag.
So what's funny is
Okay.
people always go, "Did you overheat this one? Is that why it's warped?" I'm like, "It's not warped. It's called the rippled flag." And if you look at it, there's actually little feet on it to stabilize it.
And then they go,
Okay.
I see
And
that.
they're like, "Ah."
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
So,
So-
can you do that? Can you add feet to the other ones if you wanted?
The
Or is that
molds aren't set up. Yeah,
Okay.
they're not set up that way. That one's just that way because if you didn't, like where it's
Yeah.
rippled, it actually would be
It wouldn't be stable.
Offset,
right.
yeah.
So, but yeah, so we got
Okay.
all those different models of the trays, and you can get them any different color. And as long as you stay within fairly normal colors, you're looking at $20. If
Yeah,
you get a
that's
specialty
great.
Kydex like a camo or something, it's $25.
Yep.
Okay. That's
Yep.
still not bad. That's not bad at all.
And you can literally use them for anything. I got them on my reloading bench, my gun bench, my
Everywhere.
workbench. Like I got one on my dresser where I throw everything in the night. So,
like you said, your daughter uses.
Yep.
oh
them.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I made my
Great.
mom. She's been a dog groomer for 40 years,
Okay.
and I made her a puppy print one. She's got it on
Yeah.
her workbench
Yeah.
at Penny Ryle. She
Yes,
works
I was
with
about to
she
say
works
you,
with Dr.
you
Tab.
said that she was with one of our sponsors, Dr. Jared. So that was awesome. I love that she works there. That's
Yep.
great company.
Yep.
So so these are great gifts, and so you can go down to. They have a new sign. Like we didn't talk about the new sign
Yes.
that just
Oh,
got
yeah,
installed
definitely.
last week.
Yeah.
Well, the new sign, Keathley Military Tactical, and everybody's driven by the building would see that big giant Army surplus up there.
Right.
Well, we're trying to move into something a whole lot more different because
Yeah.
surplus is a very niche
Yes.
type of thing, and I've learned over the past. I've been there over 4 years now. People want just something different.
Yeah.
And the way that people order online, the way they do different things like that, you put that on the building and it kind of shows exactly what that building is. And so when you take that down, now it's Keathley Military Tactical and Custom Tactical Innovations. And so
Right.
when
Yeah.
people see that, we want to draw more people in than
Yeah.
the people that we've been drawing. And, you know, as well as I do, if you can't grow your business, you're just going to exist on a plane that
Right.
becomes very, very unprofitable.
Right.
And so with us trying to reach unique customers,
Yeah.
the only way that we can do that is to brush up on the marketing aspect of it. And
Right.
I really think it's starting to work together. We're
Yeah,
doing
I think
more and
so.
more projects all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you invite other businesses. You invite different people to come
Oh, yeah.
in. You have monthly events typically.
Yeah, our small
Yeah.
business
You're
fest, yes.
yeah, you're having vendors in there now.
Yeah.
And so you're diversifying, and it just is just smart thing to do to grow your business. And so I mean, hunters, anyone who packs, which is most of Kentucky, you know,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
something you can get. There's also your knives, your
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anyone that doesn't pack a blade. Like, I just don't know anyone.
Well,
like,
listen,
that's just
yeah.
a Kentucky thing, right?
The products
Absolutely.
that we have, not to mention we'll be getting more, but we offer Essie. I think we're the only people that carry case knives in this area. Not only the everyday use ones, but we offer some great collectibles. There's also K-Bar. We sell several different kinds of K-Bar knives. We also sell the crate knives. These guys are awesome.
Yeah, the
Lifetime
out-the-fronts.
warranty, no questions asked warranty on the OTF out the front knives. We also offer a very underrated and underdog knife through Olight. Inexpensive, but very, very, very good quality
Yeah.
knives from Olight, one of
Yeah.
our vendors.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we have
Yeah.
the Spyderco knives as well.
Oh yeah, those things are beautiful.
So,
yeah,
we've
Stuff
got
for everybody.
I don't know if anybody has the variety and quality of knives that we have.
I really haven't seen it. I don't know. Not here.
No, I mean,
No.
we get people on daily that come in and say, well, I haven't been in here in years, or I've never been in here. And
Right.
they say, wow, I can't believe y'all have all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Yeah,
we're like,
it's so impressive.
We're almost like we're Mattisville's hidden gem, but
You
we're trying
are.
to get everybody to realize.
Yeah, you really are a hidden gem because you
Well,
really do have a wide variety.
We do, and that was one of the things that me and him had talked about for a while now, is the fact that it's been the same kind of place for going on a decade now, and the only way that we're going to change that up is to maybe sell some of the same things, but to also offer new
Yes.
items.
Absolutely.
And we do special order. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think even Nooney bought some,
Well,
Nathaniel.
His name, it's either Noonie or Nathaniel. It's
But
fine.
He
Yes.
special ordered, and I think we kind of hinted on that. But we offer several vendors. We work through Proper. We work through some off brands, but also very good quality stuff at different price points for people. So we can
I love
special
that.
order you everything.
Yeah.
I always say from the boots to the
Yeah.
boonie.
'Cause
So
you
we
know
can
when you
sell
say-
you anything.
Well,
When you say special order, sometimes people like, oh, that sounds expensive. So I'm glad that you said
No,
you
no,
have a
we-
wide variety of pricing. It's just
It's not
you
expensive.
can't stock everything in the store, so that's why you offer special.
And not everybody's at the
order.
same price point. We get
Right.
that. I mean, even yesterday, we literally had someone come in that's EMS.
Yeah.
And he had a special
Sure
order.
did.
He wanted the water resistant.
Teflon infused
Yeah,
fabric
pants,
to keep
and
water and blood. And
Special
things
ordered
like
him two
that
pants
off
in
of
his
it.
Yeah,
exact size, and he was
that's-
just thrilled to death. He's like, "There's nowhere in town where I can get this."
This is awesome news. That's great.
Well, we don't generally charge for shipping unless it's going somewhere out of the tri-state area.
Right.
But we give you free shipping. A lot of the items from certain vendors, we can give you discounts on top of the free shipping. But we encourage people to come in there, and I know people like a lot of hands-on stuff. I'm a
Yes.
hands-on shopper myself.
Yeah, I
But-
think people like that.
Yeah, well, we offer that kind of service at the
Yeah.
store that I don't think a lot of people
Yeah.
have seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
So yeah, we're trying to accommodate. Like with the sign coming down, I felt like we talked about it. I think so many people in this town drove by, and with it being the fact that it was an army surplus,
Right.
I think they just drove by and just thought
That's
"Ah."
not for everybody.
Yeah, and I think
And-
some
and-
people just drove by and just thought it's like old army clothes and that's
Yeah.
it.
Because I
and we
went
do
there-
have.
You do have
We do
some
have
of
it.
it.
We do have
We do
some.
have it, yeah.
And,
And
we,
more coming.
and we always will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's
Tactical,
what-
right?
yeah.
That's part of the name.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I would tell people if you want to go to a tactical store, we are the tactical store in Madisonville.
Right, and-
absolutely.
We want to grow, and this is the reason we want new customers. Maybe customers that hadn't been there in a couple of years because it really hasn't changed a lot. Now, Eddie brought his product in, and it brought a whole new freshness, right?
Yes.
We want to be able to bring more and more of that to you, but we want to make sure that we get the right kind of customers in here
Right.
as well. We don't always offer a lot of the top brand names, and and the only reason that is because right now in today's time, not people can afford a whole lot of the big names that they want.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that we won't go out of our way to make sure you get the top quality stuff
Right.
that you
Yeah.
want.
I mean, I feel like our knives are top quality.
Oh my, who can beat Case or K-Bar or
Or Essie.
Yeah.
or
I mean, you're
Essie
talking about an
knives?
American-made
Great
lifetime
survival
warranty.
knife, yes. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. You got to
Yeah.
come by the
They
store
really
and
are.
see it.
Yeah. And let's say the address again.
It's 201 Madison Square Drive,
Yeah.
Madisonville, Kentucky. A lot of M's.
Yes.
And our phone number is 270-339-4028. Let me do the hours.
Yes. Let's talk about when you're open.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're there 8 to 2:45. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're there from 8 to 6. And Sundays, we're there from 12 to
Yeah.
5.
7 days a week. So at any point, anybody can walk in. And I highly suggest that you walk in. Don't just call. Don't just, go on the Facebooks. I mean, do all of that. Follow them on Facebook. But walk inside the store. Meet Eddie. Meet Terry. Eddie's there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Terry's there
And
the rest of the
Oh,
week.
yeah.
and you'll probably find me there.
Yeah, you're going
Part
in
of the
and
time
out.
Saturday,
Yeah.
which I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm telling my wife, I'm going to go run
Yeah.
the store. I'll be back in an hour or two. And
then
it's a half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you start talking to people, and that's the thing,
Right.
that personal service that you guys provide,
Yep.
and all of the quality products. You can have a nice time going into that store and just checking everything out and meeting you guys.
I mean, we have so many conversations with customers that turns into,
Yeah.
even if they don't buy some, it turns into a 10, 15, 20-minute conversation. We
yeah.
don't care to stand there and talk to people and
No,
have a
that's
good
how
conversation.
you build relationships,
Right. I mean,
and then they come back.
it doesn't just have to be high and by.
Right.
I mean,
It
I'm
shouldn't
kind of
be.
like the
It
bar
shouldn't.
guy, but in a surplus tactical shop. You know what I'm talking about? Like
So everyone's telling you their problems,
Yeah.
and then you're leading them in the way that they should go.
no,
But it
you know
helps
what?
to fill the day, doesn't it?
It really does, because as we're building our own, as I say, repertoire, as we're building our own repertoire, we're going to building, and Eddie has touched on this a lot of new customers that I never knew we could have in that store. We're starting to get into that store.
Yeah.
And their ideas really help us. I mean, we want
absolutely.
to build on what they want.
Yeah.
We're not buying stuff that we like, although we think a lot of people like the things that we
Right.
like.
Right.
But
a lot of people
New
do,
customers need
but it's
us.
also the custom stuff, and
Yeah.
it's because of your customers that you're able to branch out and expand your inventory and your products.
Absolutely. When I first got into this, I was just pretty much going to do gun holsters.
Right.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, hey, if I can make it a Kydex, I'll do
Yeah.
anything.
And who knows what else
You know,
will come out of
and
it,
it's
right?
all come from
Grocery bags,
request.
reusable
Hey.
Kydex grocery bags.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to thank you guys for coming
Yeah.
into the Shop Local show
it's our
again. Go down to 201 Madison Square Drive. Check them out. Well, I want to thank all of my sponsors for this week. Keathley Military Tactical and Custom Tactical Innovations, Rosie Mill Boutique, Malay Orthodontics, Madisonville Garage Doors, and Finders Keepers. Thank you guys so much for shopping local. Don't forget to shop, eat, and experience, and follow them on their Facebook.